everyone, this is Doxy Mom and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Cindy and I, we're here to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. Now here's a very interesting little tidbit that I found out. According to the New York Post, Jeffrey Epstein's cell is 3 doors down from Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo's cell. Now, so El Chapo, he's in cell 1 and Epstein is in cell 4 of a 6-unit cell block reserved for the worst of the worst at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. Now, it's known as 10 South, and according to El Chapo's lawyer, the cells are disgusting, with mice running around, uncomfortable temperatures, and no toothbrush or soap at first. Oh, well, it's prison, it's not the country club, so sorry, guys, but you know what? This is a holding facility, and it seems to have really harsh conditions, doesn't it? Which is a long cry from Epstein's and El Chapo's cushy billionaire lifestyle. Well, this is what happens when you mess with God's children. Now, according to this article on July 12th, El Chapo is to be sentenced next week, so I'll leave a link. And Epstein, well, he's fighting to try to be released to his comfy home. And guys, we just got to pray real hard that that doesn't happen. He needs to be in there with the mice. Moving on. Now, Good Dog at Good Dog 94619 on Twitter. He tweeted out a picture of Bruce Springsteen, Tom Hanks, and Robert De Niro. And they were in each picture, each man was getting a medal from Obama. And this is what the tweet said. Something big is coming, part 1 of 5. What do these people all have in common? Soon the rest of the world will know. Now guys, many people in Hollywood, the music industry, models, big names, Hollywood elite, names that are going to surprise you, they're going to go down because Epstein, NXIVM, and El Chapo, guys, it's all going to come out. Now, my husband, boxer dad, he said, please, no, not Forrest Gump. And I'm like, sorry, honey. I hate to tell you, but it's going to happen. Anyway, it will all be exposed, but these evil people now, they are fighting back tooth and nail, guys, to stop it. However, all your money and your fame and your power, it can't stop what's coming because 17 reminds us of this on a pretty regular basis. So thank you, 17 and 17 team. We appreciate you keeping us in the know. Now, over at Zero Hedge, they're reporting, and listen to this, guys, not only Alexa, but Google. And the Google employees, they are eavesdropping on people by the smart speakers, whether the speakers are turned on or not. And this info comes from a Google whistleblower, even though Google claims they don't eavesdrop. Now, according to a Dutch broadcaster, VRT, these recordings are happening and it's sensitive information that is being recorded. VRT tracked down several people who said that they immediately recognized their voices or voices of loved ones having conversations, quarrels, confidential business calls, and even bedroom activities. And these recordings, well, they were coming through loud and clear. Now, Google Home speakers, they're normally activated when someone says, "Hey Google," and the recordings are then sent to Google subcontractors who manually review the clips. But apparently, Google's listening to everything. So, if you've got Alexa or Google, you might want to just get rid of them. It's just a suggestion. Now, it seems our president was in tweet mode on Saturday morning, July 13th, since he retweeted 13 of Tom Fenton and Judicial Watch's tweets about Crooked Hillary and Dirty Cop Mueller. You think he was trying to send us some type of signal? Well, one of the tweets read, This is one of the most horrible abuses of all. These texts between Gaga lovers would have told the whole story. Illegal deletion by Mueller. They gave us the insurance policy. Well, President Trump, he just flat out called Mueller out, didn't he? So it looks like that Mueller was the one obstructing justice. Seems like all those Dems know how to do is to project their crimes onto the innocent. Imagine that. Now, I'll leave a link to President Trump's Twitter page, and you can go over there, and there's another wonderful tweet that he put out that says 94% approval rating in the Republican Party and at an all-time high. Ronald Reagan was at 87%. Thank you. Well, congratulations, Mr. President, and we need to thank you, sir, for all you're doing for us and our country and the world. Now, guys, this next report, now it just made my blood boil. Now, immigration enforcement raids, they began in 10 cities on Sunday, July the 14th, for illegals who were processed, given a court date, they didn't show up, and they just stayed in our country illegally. So they need to leave, and there's going to be a massive roundup of these people who are in our country illegally. Now, thank you, Jesus, for that. Then, there are mayors in some cities that don't want to cooperate with ICE, and some in Congress telling these people, if ICE comes to the door, just don't open the door. What? Now, these people in political positions, they took an oath to uphold our Constitution, and they aren't doing this. Plus, they're putting ICE agents at risk. Guys, this is outrageous, and in my opinion, if you're not going to uphold our Constitution, then you don't need to be in public service. I'd fine them, and then I'd fire them, and that's just what I would do. Now, there are protests going on in some of these cities like Chicago, where the mayor says that the city is barring its police department from sharing databases with immigration officials. Guys, this is terrible. And you won't believe what they did in Aurora, Colorado. Maybe you've already heard about it on Friday. Hundreds of protesters outside a detention center. Well, they pulled down our American flag and they raised the flag of Mexico. I mean, what's wrong with these people? This is the United States of America. If you love Mexico so much, you can just go on back there. Now, I'll leave a link, and if you want your blood pressure to go up, you just go on over to Fox and you watch that news report. But I just couldn't believe it, guys. Then, Fox is reporting that an armed Antifa man in Washington State, he was shot and killed on Saturday morning because he threw I knew I was going to mess that word up, incendiary devices at the ICE facility in Tacoma. Now, this Antifa thug with a rifle were throwing these devices at the facility and nearby propane tanks, and he set a vehicle on fire. Now, this is a facility where there are 1,575 beds with air conditioning, recreational activities, a bed for every individual, and medical care available 24 hours a day. Well, it sounds like to me that the illegals are getting much better care than our 50,000 homeless veterans. So, this man wants to blow it up. Guys, I just don't understand some people, But President Trump, let's just ask him that he needs to declare Antifa a terrorist organization, because that's all they are, is a bunch of terrorists. Now, some sources are saying that possibly the massive the ICE raids, may also include arrest for some of these pedophiles out here that came out in the Epstein information. Now, guys, I don't know. I'm not saying that. I don't know. It's just a theory, but I'll keep an eye out. And if you notice people off of Twitter or, just off the streets, you might just want to put it down there in the comments, and I'll try to look into it for you. Now, didn't 17 tell us to watch out for New York City? Well, the lights went out Saturday evening through Sunday morning in Midtown Manhattan and parts of the Upper West Side. Thank you, Jesus, nobody was hurt. But now, apparently, the lights went out 42 years ago in New York in 1977. So, is this a coincidence? I don't think so. However, we just got to figure out if the white hats did this or the black hats. We're not quite sure who's responsible, but since 17 mentioned it, I'm kind of leaning more towards the white hats because I don't know, and as soon as I do know, I'll bring it to you. Now, guys, I'm going to leave you with the Bible verse. 1 Chronicles 16, verse 11 says, "Seek the Lord and His strength. Seek His presence continually." Well, guys, we just need to be in prayer. We need to pray for our president, for our nation, pray for your families and your neighbors, and pray for our country and the world. Well, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share my content, and until next time, I'm Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.